Hello.
Hello. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good. So we wanted to take the opportunity to follow up with you around the conversation that we had the other day, specifically in regard to time and attendance and some of the other things that we've been talking about as far as punctuality and Starbucks policies and stuff like that. So I wanted to let you know that we did contact some of our partner relations partners and have done all the appropriate measures to kind of work through all the facts of the information and the incident that happened and just some of the the previous corrective actions. I'll be very clear because I believe that clear is kind. We are going to decide to separate today.
Please,
So what that means is that
Alex, please, I was having so many issues. I'm driving with my car being like bad. I slept in the parking lot this morning to get here on time because my car is being, please.
So I know this can be upsetting and this can be,
I'm going to lose my health insurance, Alex,
and I know that, I have an entire sheet here full of a ton of information that discusses options with Cobra as far as being able to pick up health insurance options after leaving Starbucks. But at this time, we really do need to lean in though and just have that conversation around that. We've kind of reached that point as far as the corrective action process, where because of multiple violations in different areas and final written warnings and corrective actions, that this is the direction that we're going to go. So with that,
Alex, I've begged for the 2 years that I've been at this location to work at Elmwood to better support me because I work 2 jobs and I needed to be at a store closer. Please.
So
please,
Danny, I do have to read through this with you.
Alex, respectfully, this would not be happening if I wasn't part of the organizing committee.
Danny,
Alex, there are other partners who are always late. There are other partners who are not in dress code. There are other partners who are not following standard. There are partners who are misgendering me at work.
We're only going to talk about you.
Yes, because that is a deflection. It is a deflection.
We're just going to talk about you right now?
No.
Because we never discuss another partner's corrective actions or any type of conversations like that between us and other partners. We're talking about you. So this is a notice of separation. I'm going to read through it. I'm going to give you a copy to read along with me. So this document serves as a notice of separation for Danny Rojas for continued violations of the Starbucks policies. Danny has a history of corrective action, including a written warning for not being respectful to their peers, and a final written warning on March 17, 2021, for making unprofessional comments and disrespectful behavior towards a barista. After multiple time and attendance violations, on January 21st, 2022, Danny was coached that they were on a final written warning and that further infractions would result in separation. On Wednesday, March 2nd, 2022, Danny was scheduled 5:30 to 1 p.m. as the opening shift supervisor and key holder for the AM day part.
This is why you guys started. Hold
Danny,
on. May I say something really quick?
Danny, I'm going to try to finish this. Danny arrived for their scheduled shift at 5:56, arriving 26 minutes late for work. Danny did not communicate with a member of the store leadership to inform them that they would be late to work. Based on prior corrective actions and continued violation of company policies, Danny's employment with the company will be ending effective March 4th, 2022.
Do you feel good?
I don't feel good.
Do you feel good? No,
Danny,
do you feel good?
This is...
Hi, everyone in the lobby. I just want everyone to know that I am being separated right now. I am a 4-year partner and part of the Starbucks Workers United Organizing Committee. I am being retaliated against for seeking a union, and I am being separated. After 4 years at Starbucks, I am being separated.
Danny. Danny, this conversation.
Is this no?
This doesn't make anyone feel good to have this conversation.
It probably makes you feel good that you could get promoted to district manager now because you got to fire somebody. Did that make you feel good?
That's not a part of anything.
It is.
This is purely us having this conversation with you because we're at that point now because the policies have not been followed and because we've been in violation of multiple policies and on a routine basis with time and attendance, that this is where the conversation has landed.
I had 3 people down today, none of which have called out 2 hours before their shift. One called out 5 minutes before their shift started.
And any infractions against the time and attendance policy with other partners is between us and those partners.
Starbucks has gotten me every single time I've ever slipped up. Ever. No, there was never any sort of grace. I was put on a final literally a year ago. And I've made so much growth and change since then, and I'm literally fighting for my life to stay alive. Like, literally, please don't do this.
Danny, this is something where we have to do what's right for the partner experience, for you, and for the other partners in this building. And
I will agree that this is right for me, because this company and the way that it's heading, I don't need to be part of this.
Well,
I will be okay. I have my college degree. That's why I came to Starbucks. I have my communications degree. I will be great after this. And whatever is gonna happen, like with Starbucks, that's between like you guys and your own moral compass. But like you as a leader here, you don't know. There are things that you're doing that I have reported to partner resources that you are not living in our missions and values. So
Danny, this is purely a conversation with you about the behaviors and actions that have been taken and have not been taken. It's not about discussing anybody else's work performance or violation of or against against the Starbucks workplace policies. So what I do also have here is I have an ethics.
I knew when you were printing something and you were looking at me that you were doing something super unethical.
This isn't unethical, Danny.
I'm being misgendered at work, and he is over here trying to fire me before you deal with that.
It has nothing to do with
it
that.
Does. It does.
Doesn't.
It does. Because if I was white and straight and cis, I would be able to get away with so much more.
Danny.
No.
This has everything to do with your performance at work, and you are not following standards and policies. It has nothing to do.
Time and attendance, because I literally work 60 to 70 hours a week and sleep 3 hours a night, and I'm having transportation issues and have begged and pleaded for nearly 2 years since I've transferred in this market to transfer to that store.
And we've had multiple conversations about the possibility of demotion to be able to transfer to the Elmwood store. We've talked about other options as far as editing availability.
And why haven't we offered demotion to transfer?
We offered a lot of different things. We had a lot.
Those were never offered to me. My transfer was denied by Greta. I was never offered nothing. So don't say that, because you're gaslighting me, and I'm not going to allow that.
No, because at a
Hey, so I think where we're at now is I just want us to have a respectful conversation.
No, because I'm not being treated with dignity and respect and any sort of transparency or communicating through the lens of humanity. This is you guys trying to collect your bonuses, or let's fire them because we're organizing a union. But guess what? There's 100 stores organizing. There's other dozens of corporations around the country organizing, and this has nothing to do with this specific partner, because the movement's already created. And Hannah cut so much labor today, and we were already getting call-offs. You guys are telling me that we're overscheduled, and I'm literally running around like a crazy person, fighting for my breath to work today. And you should have separated me in the beginning of my shift. Why let me work throughout this whole day? Yesterday was your last day, and you really came to separate me?
Danny, this is the conversation that we're having now, in this moment.
Can I appeal this?
You can't. This all has the information that you'll need, okay?
Yes.
So
I need Roxanne's number right now, because I sat down with her and she said if anything like this happens because of the union drive, to contact her, because she doesn't want anyone to be retired. It does though. Oh my God, but it so does, because if it didn't, if I wasn't wearing a pin and I wasn't vocal about it,
this has everything to
I think
do.
we should just kind of separate out here, and I think what you should know is we respect every partner's right, okay?
Yes.
So this is the information we have today. There's going to be contact information on there where you can call numbers that you would like to if you have any questions about it. You also are able to do your LIRA. You will have that for up to 18 months. And you still have the ethics and compliance phone number, so anything that you would like to follow up with them, you absolutely can. You have that right. And then anything that you have questions on is going to be in here too.
Yes.
So I think that what we should
where's
do...
Greta? Why isn't our GM part of this?
Greta's currently not in market.
Until when?
She's dealing with a family health situation, so it is pretty serious, so she did step away. So that's why she's not here.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And so the whole being contact Tracy, I was told on Thursday that Greta would be back on Monday. So I didn't know the severity of the situation. So for that, I apologize. But then again, that just goes down to broken communication.
Well, some things out of respect, out of a partner's privacy, are not communicated with all partners.
Sure, but we don't need to be like super like explicit with what's going on, but simply letting us know, oh, the DM that you've created a relationship with for the past 6 months will not be in market. These are your indefinite points of contact, not Greta will be back on Monday.
And that all that information is on the poster hanging back by the schedule as far as making the right call. Tracy's contact information, Amy's contact information, Hannah's, Mallory's, Allison's.
He's hooking up with Amy, by the way, just so you know. And Partner Resources already knows. So is there anything else you need from me?
This is everything, Danny.
Cool. Thank
And
you.
then if you can, this is one for you to sign for us to hold on.
I'm not signing that.
Okay, that's fine.
Not signing it.
If we can get your store key back from you, that's going to just be the main thing.
I have to go back home and get it, and I'll bring it back. Should I stay on the clock for that?
Okay. So I think we can figure out something for that.
Yeah.
Here are the shift keys currently. My store key was left at home because I wasn't the opener, so that was not something I anticipated needing because I didn't think it would be my last day at Starbucks. We talked about what I need to do to get to the next step, and you were really fraudulent with me yesterday, being like, this is what you need to work on, when these are something that was already typed up. And I asked you that question as a test to see if you had any sort of like morale or integrity, and you don't. This corporation probably
sorry you feel that way, Danny.
that's gaslighting 101. Sorry you feel that way. It's not about how I feel. It's about what's matter of fact. And yes, I'll struggle with money until I find another job, but this ultimately is probably what's best for me, long term. Because this is not the company I signed on to work for in 2018. The quality is suffering, and the management quality is suffering, and the partner pair is non-existent. So is there anything else you guys need from me?
There's not.
Cool.
Do you have your things in the back?
Yeah.
I can walk back there with you.
I really don't need that.
Okay.
I would, yeah, because let's not pretend like you care. Thanks. Bye.